So welcome. It's Thursday. Thankfulness Thursday is kind of the tradition here at 15 Minutes of Positivity. Those of you that are new to this, we meet every day, Monday through Friday, just for a few minutes a day. And the idea is just to make sure we stimulate those neural networks that give us the subjective experience of, what makes being human and makes living worthwhile. So today the theme is gratitude. And I woke up this morning hearing the rain, and admittedly, I noticed immediately there was the sense of I'm just tired of the rain, to be honest. I struggle with so-called seasonal affect disorder, and it's been a long winter. And I heard the rain, and the first thing I noticed this morning was this negativity, this oh man, I can't believe it's raining again, and this is going to suck, and so on. And then, in part because we do what we do here every day, there was this opportunity for a reframe, and the reframe that kicked in for me was remembering how not that long ago, those of us in Northern California, this is Lake Oroville, 2014. It was pretty dire. We were all um, pretty disturbed, I think, by the years of drought, and this lake is a perfect picture of how yeah how like how desperate things really were. And then came the fires, and it was pretty apocalyptic. And then so gratitude for this thing called water that falls out of the sky, and we've got so much of it this year that Lake Oroville looks like this now. So it's, I think, at 140% of its average. Whatever. I'm not a like a water scientist, but the same bridge, right? It's a pretty stark contrast between this picture, and just reminded me of how easily we take this stuff for granted. And so there I was laying in bed. First thing when I opened my eyes and became conscious was this sort of foreboding feeling of, oh no, another dark, rainy, gray day. I just don't want to deal with this. I prefer sunshine and something else. And so I thought it was a great opportunity or very apropos to think of, all right, let's do some gratitude. This is where the gratitude practice kicks in. So today's theme of gratitude is I'm going to combine a gratitude practice with a what the Buddhists would call metta, or loving kindness. So the idea is we're going to walk through uh, meditating on different scenarios, and we're going to do this little brain hack, which is we're going to start off with easy gratitude. So we're going to think of someone that we love, and we're going to activate all those neural networks that allow us to experience that sense of gratitude for that person, which is hopefully relatively easy. And then we shift out and we start thinking of, well, who are the other humans that we bump into all day long that we don't even know, that are helping us live our lives and so forth. And we apply we carry forward that sense of gratitude to these helpful strangers or acquaintances. And then last but certainly not least, gratitude for self. Because at the end of the day, kind of all we've got is us and our attitude towards how we use that sense of self to relate to others. So yeah, so let's go ahead and try that out. We have about 10 minutes to go. So let's start by closing our eyes. I'm sitting on the ground today. Usually I sit at my desk, chair, but today I'm on the ground. So just noticing the sensation of contact with the ground. My feet, my legs, my back is leaning up against a dresser. So wherever you find yourself, just notice what's it like to be inhabiting the body that you're inhabiting, in contact with the ground right here, right now. Just see if you can settle into that. And notice how the body's breathing, knows exactly what to do. There's nothing that you, quote unquote, need to do. You just get to bear witness to the body doing its thing, sitting, breathing. And if your mind feels busy and distracted, that's okay. That's what the brain does, the mind does. And then bring to mind someone that you love, that you care about, and watch them. Watch the memory, the imagery that passes through your mind, the thoughts, the words that accompany this imagery. This is really foundational, self-directed, positive neuroplasticity. So we're intentionally bringing to mind someone that is easy for us to feel a sense of love and gratitude, and allow all of those neurons to do their thing right now. And the more you can amplify the experience or the memory, the more vivid it becomes and the more active our brain becomes. And while you're holding on to this sensation, the subjective experience of gratitude for this person that you love, see if you can layer in someone that you don't know that well. I usually think of, all the people that I meet at the grocery store or the postal service folks, all the people at PG&E doing their thing. So many people that make our lives work, and just imagine being able to meet some of them face to face and carrying forward that same sense of gratitude for this person that you love, and being able to see these anonymous, nameless people in that same light. Just thanking them for what they do. 90% of it, we probably don't even understand or really get what goes on in their lives in order to deliver the packages or make the power go or the water flow or the traffic lights work or whatever it might be. And if this becomes too abstract at any point, you can just drop back into this memory of someone that you love, where it's easy to feel all of this, reconnect with that sensation, that subjective feeling. and carry it forward to this other person or people. And as I said before, last but certainly not least, is gratitude for self. So keeping in mind that, whatever our sense of self or our subjective consciousness is, we have been the one person that has been with us our entire life. Through good times, through bad times, through difficult times, through blissful times. We're always there. We're always with self. If you can connect with a sense of gratitude for that part of you that is able to be there through thick and thin over the years. If your mind wanders, it's okay. I suggest starting back with someone that you love, where it's easy to feel that sense of gratitude. And see if you can transfer that gratitude to yourself. As a teacher of mine once said, like, you're just a person too, just like everyone else out there. So you deserve the same amount of compassion and kindness and slack, whatever we might do for others, we're deserving of that ourselves. And take a deep breath in, exhale all the way. And hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And deep inhale. Exhale all the way. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then open your eyes. Come on back to the session. And I want to put on the table this idea of extra credit. So whatever you were feeling, especially for the person that you feel close to or that you loved, um, maybe the extra credit is to go and actually express this gratitude directly to them today in whatever shape or form feels good for you. Uh, I'll hang out for a few more minutes. If anyone wants to connect, I'll be here. Otherwise, take care, everyone. Hope to see you tomorrow.